Hi Aries, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your June 2022 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic cross spread as always, and also pull the Four Agreements, Wisdom of the Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. So let's see what we get. Alright, well, we have Virgo. So, Virgo's your sixth house of health, work, daily routine. Nothing really going on there astrologically speaking, but I do see some Virgo energy in your main spread. Alright, we have 11. And 11th house energy represents friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. And for you guys, that's Aquarius. Not a whole lot going on there either. And let's see. We have Pluto. So Pluto's been in your 10th house of career and social status for a really long time. Still there. I think it's going to start a retrograde cycle as well in June. So yeah, could just be revisiting things around career this month. But with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Oh, actually now I remember, obviously, Saturn's still in Aquarius. So yeah, you do have some going on there. And then that's another one actually that's going to be retrograde in June. I had no idea why my mind just drew a blank on that, but yeah. So definitely some energy in your 11th house after all. But main situation position, we have the 9 of Cups, which is Pisces energy, and the 2 of Wands, which is Aries energy. And then challenging those, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, what I feel like this is saying is that you might have had a goal, an idea in mind for a while, but I feel like this is saying that you probably weren't taking action toward it, and now you could actually be coming out of that phase where you are ready to take action on this goal of yours. And could just be saying that that's why the ace was in the challenge position, right? Like you might have had this full-on vision for what you wanted to see happen, but there could have been a bit of a lack of action on your part. And, it could have just been all the transits going on. There was a ton of energy in Pisces, which is your 12th house, so you might have felt like there was a bit of a lack of the motivation to actually tackle some of those goals of yours. But now, of course, in June, we'll have your ruler, Mars, in your sign all of June, and then also Jupiter as well. So that's really going to give you that energy boost that you might have needed to actually tackle some of these goals of yours. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 3 of Swords. So this is Libra energy here. Could just be saying that that might have been part of why you were lacking motivation to do some things too. Maybe you've been gone. Maybe you were going through a disappointment from the past. Could have been around a relationship, but could have been in nearly any area of life. Might have even gone back to during Aries season when we had the full moon in Libra for some of you. But yeah, maybe there was some kind of a disappointment there, where you might have felt like there was a conflict between goals of what one person wanted versus another. So, or maybe even there was like a mutual desire, but there was something in the middle of that that prevented it from being able to take off at that time. All right. Past position, we have the 4 of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn energy here, and it actually represents the degrees that Pluto's been in for a long time, those last 10 degrees of Capricorn. So could just be saying that you might have felt like a bit of a restrictive energy around your career, possibly due to a desire for either you wanting to control things a lot more or feeling like there was a lot of control being exerted on you within that environment. But yeah, definitely could have been some themes around control when it came to your career. And because of that, some of you might have been reconsidering, right? Like, do I want to continue down this path? So you might have even started to save up with the thought of what if you possibly decided to jump ship and just leave that career path to go somewhere else. So yeah, that could have been the energy you guys were in the past. All right, in the present position, we have the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy, and the 8 of Pentacles, Virgo energy. So, I mean, if we just look at this on the surface, could just be saying that you guys might have been working on something within your home environment. So, these days, right, no matter what type of job you had, a lot of career paths have been leading to people being able to work from home more often. So for some of you, could just be saying that that's what you've been taking on recently. But I feel like it's a little deeper than that. Could just be saying that you've been working on a project of yours that you've kept under wraps to this point. But this is, to me, saying that you've been working on it quite a bit behind the scenes and just haven't necessarily come out publicly with what you've been working on at this time. That's what I see with that. All right. In the near future position, we have the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy, Page of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So yeah, to me this is saying that you will be ready to actually take action, and if this was a creative project for sure, I feel like this is saying that now you actually finally will be willing to come out with that information, put yourself out there around that. If that's the case, it looks like the timing might be when we have that full moon in Sagittarius, since this is a Sagittarius energy here, so that's right around the middle of June. But yeah, it looks like you guys could be ready to actually make a move on something now. For some of you, this is around extending an offer to someone as well, possibly for a romantic connection, right? So maybe this is you've been holding feelings back for someone. Could be the same theme there, where you might, around the middle of the month, actually come forward and express those feelings. All right. In the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Knight of Pentacles, so more Virgo energy here. Like we said, it did come up in your dice, and now we see it here. We saw it in the present position as well. So this could just be saying that you guys have really been working on something for a long time, right? Trying to ensure its stability, right? You didn't want to just rush something. So I feel like this is saying that you've really been putting in a lot of work towards something, and now you're actually feeling like it's ready for the spotlight. So you're ready to bring out the end result of the work that you've been putting in. All right, in the environment position, we have the Strength card, which is Leo energy, and Justice, Libra energy. So two major arcana here, and so we have 5th house and 7th house energy. For some of you, this can be around some kind of a romantic connection, and again, maybe you've been holding back feelings, or someone's been holding back feelings toward you, and now there's finally that discussion to actually move things forward within that connection. And again, if this was around a creative project as well, a similar theme there, where this the lion there representing that passion, possibly ego in a more negative sense, but holding back on that, right? And now finally feeling like, okay, now the time is right to bring it out. I do have to say, for really, this is going to be for a very small percentage of you, since both of these cards are in the upright. But one vision that came to my mind with these two cards is it would be really petty if someone, that's why I feel like it's a really small percentage of you, but I can also envision this being someone who like knows that they should come forward and actually restore balance in a situation, but they're like stubbornly holding on to their ego, like, nope, not coming forward, not going to do it, not going to restore the balance, right? So I feel like you guys would know if that was the type of person that you were dealing with, but like I said, it'd probably be for a very small percentage of you, because for both of these to be in the upright, it would be a really small percentage of people who would actually still have that mentality. But yeah, I had to at least mention it because it did pop in my head. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the 6 of Cups. So for some of you, there could be a desire to actually go back to something from your past. For some of you, could even just be wanting to reconnect with the younger part of yourself, right? Who maybe took more joy in things. So if you feel like life has gotten a bit heavy for you, right? If you've just been all work and no play, for example, you might actually be looking forward to a little bit of a break there. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Hierophant. So yeah, if nothing else, well, this is the major arcana card for Taurus. So if nothing else, to me, this says that this could represent finally feeling that stability when it comes to your finances, right? So like we said, it looks like some of the energies we're seeing here, it looks like that's a goal that you've been working toward. And to see this come up in the outcome position could just be saying that you might actually be feeling pretty firm in that position at the end of the month. Some of you, this could even represent connecting spiritually to what you're doing as well. So maybe, for example, all those energies through your 12th house might have actually helped you reach that goal, where you might have been getting a lot of signs, synchronicities kind of leading you forward. And It just might have been where until some of those energies moved into your sign, maybe the time wasn't right to act on them, but it could just be saying that that was basically the collaboration, right? Where you were getting all these visions, all these ideas. And now, as the energy is finally in your sign, you're actually able to move and take action on those things. But that's what I see with that. And Venus will be moving through the sign of Taurus for most of June as well, so that could be a good time to improve your finances too. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, between this, the Three of Swords, and the Foundation, and then that Four of Pentacles and the past, looks like some of you might have just been licking your wounds for a while. Like I said, it looks like there was some kind of disappointment. Various different areas of life where that could have come from, but yeah, so for a while that could have had you a little bit skittish around actually moving forward toward a goal, but now it looks like that energy is going to be lifting for you guys, and like I said, it could just be as simple as having your ruler in your sign, which is a great thing. Matter of fact, I think the last time it was in your sign, we also had the retrograde cycle with that, so that might have been a bit of a disjointed transit for you guys back then. This time, there's not going to be that retrograde energy for your ruler, and then also, like I said, having Jupiter come in there for a few months before going back into Pisces, then back into your sign. Those are all energies that might actually give you that real boost to get things done. All right, so moving on to your Four Agreements card. We have be impeccable with your word. And it's not wanting to focus, but it says cultivate faith. All right, let's see if, there we go, at least that's clear. So it says to have great faith is to have great power, because your intent, your will is undivided. When your word isn't dissipated by doubt, the power of your word becomes even stronger. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there around faith. Makes me think of the fact that we do have the Hierophant card and the outcome position for you guys. And just the confidence, like I said, it looks like you guys had a lot of these ideas and these goals in mind, but it was just a matter of taking action on them. And now this month, finally looks like you're getting to the point of taking the action. All right, moving on to your Wisdom of the Oracle card, we have New Life. There's the artwork, and the number is 39. Another sign got this card this month as well. Might have been one of the air signs, but either air or water. I'm leaning towards saying it was one of the air signs. So if you have one of those placements as well, you could check that reading out. Okay, essential meaning says birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. The Oracle's message: when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon on all of us. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there. Like I said, the energy to spread overall does seem to support that too. All right, the relationship message says new energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnership in all forms. So yeah, pretty positive message there. Like I said, for some of you, this energy in the environment could represent someone might have been holding their feelings toward you back, and maybe they're going to be a bit more open this month. And like I said, for others of you, could be you guys who are being more open as well. The prosperity message says you have every reason to be optimistic right now as things seem to fall into place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if new life suddenly infuses your projects, works, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling on you. So yeah, another pretty positive message there. And then the last sentence saying fortune is smiling on you, that makes me think of the fact that Jupiter, which like we said will be in your sign all of June, is represented by the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. So yeah, it definitely looks like it's just going to be those transits that are really going to give you the boost that you might have needed, that you might have felt was lacking as far as the energy goes recently. All right, lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. So this is the mudra here. It's the Sumukha mudra. And the keyword for it is coordination. Okay, there's the info on it there if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says balances left and right sides of the body, harmonizes all 5 elements, activates the body's self-healing power, benefits the tendons and bones, increases concentration power, builds devotion and spiritual resolve. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name of it in the description video. As always, we'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.